spend a couple bucks, give away a couple bucks of free stuff, and make a couple $100.
Hey guys.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Laser Source Podcast, the #1 podcast if you want to see some dome head. I don't know what that means. What is that? What is dome head?
It's the light directly above my head is
oh, word.
It's
not usually like that. Why is it like that?
I needed the extra lighting, so I uncovered that one. Normally it's covered.
By the way, it looks
guys?
like Richie's already leaving. Bye, Richie.
Yeah, Richie's effed up. I'm glad you're feeling better, bro. Just rest, recover, man.
Yeah, I hope everything went well.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yep.
Really.
Vinny was first tonight.
Ooh.
Bronson was second.
Very nice.
Engraved Green was triple first.
Snarf.
Snarf.
Snarf. What's up, Laura? Drake? How's it going?
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
APY. Andrew's here. We do widgets. Classic. Poor Richie, man. Messed up.
I know he was having his spinal fusion, right?
Yeah.
Surgery.
Jack, Phillip. Good to see you guys. John Uftring, as usual, hanging out. And I'm almost done. Mike C just popped in. What's up, Mike? And I think that's up to date. Yuri's here too. Yeah, I'm in California. It's like 103 degrees, and I've slept like 4 hours in the last 2 days. So, happy podcast. But glad that you guys are here. Looking forward to this, driving for the next 4 hours, so I'll be listening audibly the whole time. But feel free to do a 4-hour live. Probably won't, but we'll be here for you for at the very least the next hour. Yeah. The very least. The good news is we have like 100, and I think this is 130 or 131. So we have like 130 hours of podcasts you can listen to. So
some of those
when you're done here, some of them are quite long. Yeah. It's going to be 2 a.m. here in the UK. What's the main talking points tonight? We are just doing Q&A. I'm not really prepared with anything tonight. So we're just going to be catching up. I'm going to be catching up with the guys. Honestly, I have not really been available. So I'm sure they have some stuff that they want to bring up or talk about.
Yeah.
And I am just trying to get my bearings. It's like bright here, which is super weird for me because it's supposed to be 9 and it's
6.
What time is it? Is it 6? It's 6.
6:08
so that's weird.
By the way, hi, Resin.
Yeah, I was really tired. We came out to visit Miranda's family because we don't get to see them very often. I think the last time we actually got to hang out with them was like 2.5 years ago.
Yes,
or
like
3 years ago now.
Right?
Yeah, I guess so. It was like 2 years ago. Yeah, when Nugget was fresh. So she's out. She's at the beach right now, hanging out with them, and they're out having a good time. And I'm here editing. But yeah, the kids just like screamed on the plane, and then screamed to the car rental pickup place, and then screamed for the whole drive home. And then all went to bed, and then Nugget screamed all night. It was rough.
Yeah, hearing this to your bone pitch.
I was telling Kyle earlier, Miranda tried to do a really smart thing. She tried really hard. She got a backpack for the car because we had to bring the car seats. So she got a backpack specifically designed to hold car seats. It's like a huge ripstop nylon bag, shoulder straps on it, which is good in theory, but it's only designed for one car seat. And I put 2 in, so I put like the first one in like this, and then the second one in, like, and then like
it's dad Tetris.
Twice as heavy as it should have been, and then the straps were just more ripstop nylon. It wasn't like they weren't like straps on like a backpack or anything. And
So you guys were like Sherpaing through the airport.
This is all just bruise right here under my shirt. It's all bruised, and I'm just like every part of me hurts, and I want to die. So that's where I'm at. So if I'm not there tonight, guys, that's why. But Matt, you seemed real excited to be here. Did you have something that you wanted to?
Anthony says those are dope. I've used them, but they're definitely just for one car seat. Like,
I'm surprised Anthony's not here.
He said he's coming. He said he was a body part deep in cooking dinner. I'll let you guys fill in that blank.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I thought
don't lose limbs.
For a second, I thought you meant that he was cooking a body part. Like he was through one body
I
part.
mean, with Anthony, you never know. You never know with Anthony. He might be.
Never said it was a human body part. Could be.
Yeah, there's our first star from Philip. Can we go ahead and star from Philip there?
Yeah. So actually, I will go get Kyle. If you want to talk about what you've been up to or what you've got going on, I'm gonna go get the box that I just got today or this week.
Before you do, Kyle, again, guys, it's a Q&A night. So post your questions in chat. We will star them as we go along, and we'll get to many of them as we can. If you leave your comment late, it'll end up in the lightning round at the end. But we're gonna do updates for a little bit. Just to stall and get a nice little queue going. So go ahead, Kyle. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just want to get it out there.
All good. I've had a lot going on the last 2 weeks, and I alluded to part of it. Yesterday on Anthony's live stream where he was doing some superconductor coin testing, which was really cool. If you guys haven't seen it, go check that out. It's a good time. But I had a machine die on me this week, and I don't want to disclose which one because I'm kind of doing some silent testing of somebody's customer service. What? Yeah, I
love which one it is, though.
Yeah, I'm doing some silent testing of the brand's customer service, so you guys will get a unique preview into that at some point. But again, I don't want to talk too much on it because I don't want to give it away.
Can you at least tell us how it's going so far? How's it going so far?
I'm on like the second or third round of initial questions with them. At the moment, I do have to rip the machine apart again. This time it's because I didn't get what I knew I was going to need, so it's my own fault. But yeah, Resin says, "Ooh, it's a mystery broken machine." Interesting. Yeah. So I like to take every opportunity to test a customer service department in their knowledge and their ability to find a problem and fix it. And are they doing right by the customer is really.
Yeah, and I will say,
like, you don't come out of the womb with knowledge, right? You have to have experience, and sometimes that experience comes on the job, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with somebody not knowing the answer up front. I don't like it when they don't do right by the customer. Is my biggest problem.
I was gonna say you're really good too at asking questions in a way where you're not trying to trap them, like you're not doing anything. Because like Kyle is,
I want them to do their thing. I want them to do their thing.
Yeah,
I'm letting them take the reins. I give them exactly what they ask for information, nothing more, nothing less. I don't go out of my way to create problems. Let me emphasize that. I'm not breaking stuff just to tie up customer service. I love that, Kyle. That's cool. Are you going to do a video on it? I am. It's going to be part of a review update video that will be coming with it. I don't know if it's going to have a full review with it or if it's just going to be about the customer service experience, but there will be video. I'm saving all of the correspondence and all of the video troubleshooting that I'm doing where I'm kind of hiding myself and my voice. That will also be included so you guys can see exactly what they're seeing too. So.
Okay, I got one more box this week too.
So I'm also exhausted.
What is the actual problem? Can you talk about that or not? Not yet.
I think it would be leading right now. I don't want to. I don't want to do too much on that. It's a major functional problem, as in the laser is non-functional at the moment.
Laura wants to know if you know the answer already. Do you already know how to fix the problem, and you're just seeing how they're helping you? Or?
I have it narrowed down to 2 components, and I'm like just doing what they tell me. I'm not trying to lead them to the answer. But I have it narrowed down. If I spent more time on it, I could probably figure it out without a problem, without even replacing it. What it is. I would need to replace the thing that's broken, but it's I could probably figure it out without the replacement in hand. Initial impressions.
So much stuff.
Come on. We'll get there, Mike. I will be talking about that as well tonight.
Yeah, I want to hear about that.
Yeah. Let me tilt my camera. You guys can see the index back there. Oh God, reverse pointing. The index X from Maxi. I've also been testing that for the last month.
Can you point to it again? Let me see. Oh, there it is. Index. I see it. Bottom right corner.
God, reverse
Can you give us a refresher on what exactly that is?
There's a lot of ways you can describe it. It is a linear stage. It's an indexing X table. It's an extension axis table. You could call it a lot of things. What it is really freaking cool. I do have a whole video. Actually, I have 2 whole videos. One of them is still in the process of recording. But so far I've filmed it doing a lot of index testing. So I don't know if you guys have all seen it, but this one's now thin because I had my drink on it. But I did these back in December. I ran another whole batch. There's like 20 more freaking coasters here. I have a pile of garbage coasters that I ran through it a bunch until they were dead, and those are now garbage because I basically chewed through them because I was literally running this thing through its paces for days on end, just trying to put it in a major production environment. So I just kept running material through it. In the process, I also tested 3 lasers with it. Most of my testing so far has been index testing, and people coming from EasyCAD will know that term, but people who grew up with Lightburn will not. We call it repeat marking. So again, you guys will probably know the video for repeat marking the circular jig cutout or fixture cutout that we made on live stream, and I followed that up with an update video where I corrected my mistakes and shared some learning experiences. Well, that is rotary repeat marking. This is linear repeat marking, so it follows a line back and forth. The other cool thing you can do with this, which I'm prepping to do, I'm not ready to do it yet because I need to go back to clearing out space and unripping apart a machine. My whole shop is chaos right now. But I'm prepping to do an entire machete in a single engrave without stitch engraving it. This is one of the rejects from one of the Viewer's Choice streams. So instead of it being on a Viewer's Choice stream, now it is a kind of a nifty project where I get to test out doing something that is like, I don't know, almost 2 feet long.
If there's anybody out there that's still confused or new, we call it a linear stage. It's a stage. It's where you do your work, right? It's where the play
Yeah.
is happening, the stage. And it's
Yeah.
linear, as in it goes one direction, right? So we're along a single axis, a linear
Not like
stage.
the band.
You can use it in two ways, right? You can use it as kind of like a pseudo limited fly marking where you have like 20 coasters in a straight line and it marks a coaster moves, marks a coaster moves, marks a coaster moves.
Yeah.
But you can also use it in a continuous function where it will literally roll along like a rotary would, but
Yeah.
along the entire length of the axis, which is how you're planning on doing the machete. Kyle's saying without stitching, because he's not marking a spot, moving it, and then marking another spot on the machete. He's literally going to allow the machete to move along like a conveyor belt as the galvo is marking in a single position. So it'll be moving along like this as the laser's coming down on top of it. And that's very cool. Both of those use cases are extremely cool. And this is a really cool device. What is the ballpark price range on this again?
So the price point on it, I don't know if it's final pricing or if it was pre-order pricing.
Ballpark, like eyes closed, guess.
The number on the website during pre-order was $1,749. And
Isn't that bad?
no. When you consider the fact that this whole thing is, it's all CNC parts. You get 8. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it from here. I have a bunch of dog stuff on top of it too right now. I really do apologize for the mess. But this red guide back here is basically kind of like T-slot, but it's custom. And then you have these 8 red fingers that are like, I think maybe 5 inches long that stick out at a right angle, and you can use them for aligning. And you can stick a ruler onto this. There's also a black backstop back there that you definitely can't see because of the reflection, but these are the fingers. But they all tighten down with the thumb screw, so it's entirely toolless. You can move everything around toollessly, with the exception of the backstop is screwed down, but that's not really a big deal. And it's all M6 fixture plating on the bottom, so if you need to screw something down, you can. And it's the most common sizing for a screw for a fiber or galvo bed in general, for the most part.
This was you got introduced to this at LBX, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
You and Matt got to see it at LBX. I ended up getting it. I've had it for a couple of months now. Admittedly, it got kind of trapped behind my 3D printer and something else. And while I was cleaning and moving my shop around, I didn't want to damage it moving it around. So I kept it in the box and kept it safe. And it's been out of the box for a month now. I actually, if you were very keen, you would have seen about this much of it on the podcast for probably the last 3 weeks. Prior to that, I did move it off so it wasn't seen, just because I didn't know when it was going to be going public. But yeah. If you guys want to check it out, I will have a video out on it soonish. It's in the works, and I will have a follow-up video with the extension axis portion of it after that too.
Definitely,
it's exciting.
Extremely looking forward
really
to hearing more about that. Yeah,
there's basically no Anthony. There's basically no off-the-shelf anything like this. Without getting it like custom made from a manufacturer. So having something specifically built like this has been a treat versus some of the other ones that I've seen that are just kind of like one-off creations from manufacturers to fit somebody's need. What is the bed size on that? Big. If I remember correctly, it's 1,000 millimeters wide. So
Matt and I are just like
3.5 feet. Yeah.
When you said big, I just thought thick.
Yeah. Call it thick. It's big. It's like in terms of motion, you get 3 full 300 millimeter movements out of the
That's huge.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Huge.
I'm pretty sure it's 1,000 millimeters. It's 700 millimeters of left to right movement from lock to lock, but you have a half a bed past the center point still beyond that. So big.
Big.
Anthony, you're fired.
Sorry, boss.
What's
No,
Ironically. Oh my God. What's up, Anthony? How are you?
Got him.
Doing good. How are you, bud?
I'm fucking beat up, dude. You know what it's like traveling with fucking hella kids.
Yeah, we went to Hawaii once, and oh my
What?
God. Yeah, my son was stationed out there. He was in the Marines.
I'm just saying, like with your whole family, like with all.
Oh, it was before the youngest was born, so it was 4. And
Oh,
Yeah, that's better.
totally. Yeah, it was.
he actually had his kids Sherpa each other like you did, where he's just like stacking
We
kids.
stacked up like
Yeah.
mission dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys just put on a coat, and we're gonna pay for one plane ticket, and they're all just like,
Right.
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a coincidence I'm wearing this shirt today. This is my state of mind right now. That's where I'm at.
digging it. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Love me some Bluey.
All right,
I'm
man.
gonna go
You
back.
had plenty of time to stall and get your fucking shit together. What are
Yeah,
you doing?
yeah. Well, I mean, you see how much it is. So, I'm pretty excited because our sponsors, Johnston Plastics Plus, Alex.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to insert a thing into there. I'm gonna have to do a. Let me just do it real quick.
Yeah.
The number one podcast, if you like, what was it? Dome heads. You see a big dome.
It's the number one podcast if you like traveling with kids.
And our sponsor, Johnson Plastics Plus, the number one place online to get stuff.
Everything that you need.
We love them so much, too much, in a sexual way. Okay,
That's
that's what I
weird.
got.
I had to make it weird.
No, so actually, I was just gonna do an unboxing, and Anthony, I was waiting for you to get here, and actually, Kyle stalled perfectly to the point where you're here. So yeah, like basically, Johnson Plastics Plus sent us stuff, especially because if you're wondering why it's called Build Your Laser Business, it's literally what Anthony gave me the idea yesterday without meaning to probably. But we were doing a coin last night on his channel, which, by the way, if you haven't checked it out, go subscribe to his channel, Anthony Plug.
Beamed Up Laser Works on YouTube. And
Yeah.
it was
He's been dropping
called.
videos. You dropped a video when I was in the airport, and I couldn't
It was
do
cool.
it.
It was a live stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
almost
live.
4 hours. It was a lot.
And-
Yeah.
Did you
Like,
guys
so,
post
yeah,
it?
so my
Izzy?
thought-
Did we get that posted?
It's posted in the
Oh, okay.
Discord under new live streams, just like this one is.
Imagine people do their jobs when I'm not around. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's almost like you hired people who aren't dopes. So, well, I mean, like 50-50. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so what ended up happening is we inadvertently people started logging in and they're kind of asking about pricing and like how do coins really, can you run a business off of coins? And we were having some really good discussion about business, and I just thought it would be really smart to talk about it, especially because it's July. A lot of people are starting their Christmas in July stuff, which if you just bought a laser, yeah, drop the link in chat, man. If you just
adding
bought
it
a
to the
laser, like I
description.
know, I saw up here, I started, Scott A said, I just received my new X Tool S1, but won't be able to set it up for a month or so. How much initial testing and dial-in would you recommend when I do a setup? Just a few material test grids or more. And so we'll answer that in a second. But there's a lot of people who are buying that, you know, all kinds of stuff. And also somebody asked about sublimation. So it all ties together. But these are the kind of things that you should be thinking about. So bamboo coasters for laser engraving, right? So those just got sent to me, and I feel like this is where most people start because you can buy these. I mean, it's cool that JP Plus sent these over and they have them, but a lot of people go to their local stores and buy them. I know Anthony and I were talking yesterday. A lot of people go to what's the store? You told me?
I go to Marshalls and Ross.
Marshall, there you go. Yeah,
and they have a lot
you'll
of
see a
big
ton
lots.
of bamboo. Yeah,
big lots too. Yeah,
Big lots. Big
and
lots is live with bamboo.
but that's where, like, so to me, that's a great place to go find some really cheap items for testing, and also like dialing in your laser. But then the really nice thing is, like, look how nice this is. Like, everything is together. It's in a box, and so that's the kind of thing where basically, like, we can run this through. My plan is to run this through sublimation, because these are actually sublimation blanks, believe it or not. So they're bamboo sublimation. And oh, Alex killed himself. All right, by accident. But anyways, my thought is running these through the CO2 Galvo and running these through the UV, getting you guys some settings, because these are big summer ticket items where, like, to me, at least for me, people are buying all kinds of really like starter level Christmas gifts. Like, they see it and they're like, that's a good stocking stuffer.
and it's a low investment in both,
Yes.
like, monetarily and your time. Because if you have a CO2 gantry, or God bless you, a CO2 Galvo, and a UV is going to take a little bit longer because of the dot size, but a CO2 Galvo is going to, like, just crank
Blast
those
it.
out, dude. And so you're looking at a minimal investment in your time, a minimal, like, financial investment, because those type of things are pretty cheap. And you can ask, like, premium money for those types of, especially with a base or like the holder like that. That's a big deal right there, because a lot of people that look at 4 loose coasters and they're like, oh, okay, but you have something to put them in, and a lot of times that'll be enough to push them over the edge, and they'll make a buying
box, a
decision.
display piece
Well,
for the,
yeah.
the dining room table, something. Yeah.
And so these, I was looking online to see how much these cost. For a set of 4, let's see, BSSC2. Oh yeah, so circle or square. It's $10 for a set of 4 with a holder and a box that goes with it, so that you can basically pop them and lock them, right? And so for me, like, if you look online, these are probably like $30, 25 to $30 for a set of 4 is usually what people charge for this kind of stuff. And so the reason I was also talking about this is their sublimation. So I'm kind of excited to see, like, what these look like with sublimation. I think they'll look kind of rustic. And so they had square and circles that they sent over. So you guys will see those on a video coming up soon. And Kyle and I have been talking too about doing more like Anthony was doing, like a live project where people can kind of like come in, talk to us, because Anthony can buy some bamboo. I can get some bamboo. We can do a diode, a gantry, and a galvo and kind of see, you know, I think that'd be pretty cool. And the reason that we're talking about that kind of stuff is because then they sent over this big boy. Like, look at this thing. My God. Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
So this
big
is,
boy too.
yeah, this actually has like something for your hands to
Nice.
go into. It's got a juice screw on
Finger
one
inlet
side.
things, yeah.
Yeah, so this is an engravable cutting board. Like, it's solid bamboo. But again, I think a lot of people shy away from bamboo because, like, what we've talked about in the past is it's got the striations going vertically. But there's ways you can kind of deal with that. Like, they go either from borax all the way up to, like, going with the grain and against the grain and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of things you can do. Also, defocusing. Like, I found that defocusing on these gets me what I want. I lose the depth that kind of takes away from the engraving and keeps it not dark looking and does that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of stuff we can do on a live or do something that'd be pretty cool for settings. And then the other thing was sublimation wise, they also sent over some Christmas ornaments. So I do plan, oops, there we go. I plan on doing some Christmas ornaments. And this is actually metal. So I don't know if you guys can hear it.
That's cool.
Well, I'm holding it so it won't make the noise, but yeah, this is actually like a little piece of aluminum that's pretty thick. Like, you guys can, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but anyways,
You can.
yeah, so it's really nice. It's double-sided and they're pretty cheap. I'm going to find this on the website, and this is the kind of stuff where bringing color, it's cool that I did a laser engraving, but when I put something on here that pops like full color, I think it'll be pretty dope. So
I wanted to throw in too, I could hear you guys, but I couldn't talk. I was fixing the stupid exposure thing on the camera permanently because it was really annoying me. Diodes, dude, for bamboo. So good.
yeah,
Diodes,
that's for
like
so many
getting-
people start there.
Yeah.
Diodes are so good for bamboo. It's like they don't even have the bamboo grin. They just do it perfectly, like every
I
time.
think I've only done bamboo on the channel once or twice on a live stream, but by far the best results I've gotten have been on a diode for
Oh, I believe that. And by the way, this box is actually the other thing I was going to talk about that Anthony and I talked about too, and Kyle was there talking about with us, was like working with other laser engravers to kind of build your business. And so for me, the person who I worked with is Anthony, right? So this is actually a box from Anthony. My God, there's like a box inside of a box. So very.
It's box inception.
So did you also get a 3-pound box of tape?
Yeah, so I bought mine though. Like I told Anthony, he's like, "Oh, I got you." I'm like, "No, like this, like I got it. Look at this."
Sorry about that. I was trying to protect the package.
You're a terrible person.
Matt told me that Anthony's site was up for tape, and I'm like, "Dear God, I've been waiting for it. I need more tape."
Oh,
so I
your
ordered
site
more.
is
Mine came today
I didn't
too.
realize.
Yeah,
you were,
that's what I was going to tell you guys.
I thought you were just mailing me tape.
Well, I was doing that too because that live stream where you used that white tape kind of hurt my feelings. No, I'm just kidding.
He cried. So
I was like, no, not on my watch.
Bro, my
I'm
settings are
buying
dialed in
them.
for white tape. It's not personal. If you,
I know.
you guys are probably laughing right now, but different colored tape will affect how much energy gets to your material. So
This is my third
You
roll
gotta-
of black tape.
Oh my God, this tape is so good that I'm just like. So, anyways, this is like watching a 5-year-old undo a Christmas present. And you're just like, just grab the end of it.
oh,
Yeah,
thank God
if I
you
didn't-
said it. I didn't know if we were gonna say it or.
Yeah. No, I know it.
If I'd have known this was going to happen, I probably wouldn't have wrapped it in tape.
I'm trying to show people. Actually, it's very simple. This is trash tape, but I was trying to make it look good. Can you just help me out?
Yo, Anthony's exhibit. He's like, we heard you like tape, dog.
So,
Put some
anyways,
tape on your
all
tape.
jokes aside, Anthony's has a lot of different blanks. And so this is his 100 millimeter, right? 4-inch.
Yep.
So he's got 4-inch tape. And this, by the way, this is awesome. So when you're doing any type of lens correction or calibration, to take any flat stock and turn it into something that you can quickly and easily run a lens correction on. The other thing is I've actually used it for gaff tape on my floor because it's so sticky. I've actually like with wires and
How
cords.
sticky is it?
So sticky, right?
But it removes from material well as well. Also,
Yeah,
Not
exactly. And it's also
residue.
50 millimeters, so 2-inch. And I'm trying to be professional here. But he threw in some extra blanks for me to show off. And so this is a really nice credit card bottle opener, really thick. I think it's like a 0.8 mil, probably. Like big, clunky boy. And then he's also got some of the longer bodied ones too. He's got the black credit card
is this
style.
beamituplaserworks.com?
The blanks aren't on there yet, but if you go to beamituplasertape.com, it'll take you straight to where you can purchase the tape. Yeah.
So
It just-
here's where you need to go. Blanks.
Can I make a request? I have a 2-foot tall roll of white masking tape. I want that from Beam It Up Laser Tape. It's 2 feet. It's literally 2 feet. And I use it, I do pull outs. So I pull it out and then especially for like full sheets from Johnson Plastics Plus, when they have like the row mark and stuff, that plastic layer comes off immediately. And I get another person and I literally grab the end and we pull it out and just lay it down over the whole thing. And I cut it with a razor.
Nice.
And I would like to replace that.
That's the
crappy
normal.
white roll.
You use normal masking tape for that, right? Like
Yeah, and the normal masking tape, like it comes off okay, but it's just not. It just doesn't stay on its own. You know, it's not. The adhesive isn't right.
we
And
need the
especially for Romar.
Beam It Up upgrade on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, these are really nice.
He's
dude.
writing it down.
Really nice too.
Yeah, 2
So,
feet by whatever.
I'll do
Okay.
a live unboxing of
Go
my
ahead,
Beam
Matt.
It Up box too.
Well, I was just gonna say, so if you hadn't seen them yet, so this is where like working with other people who are in the industry who know what quality products look like. So again, well, really thick, really nice, right? And it's got the beveled edge, so you can get some really cool engraves on this. And what's funny is today I literally was in the middle of working on stuff, and I had one of my friends message me saying he was working with a bar because he does like art and shirts. So look at the nice coating all the way around. They got the stainless steel thick, nice ones. And then yeah, so these would actually be great for what the bartender or the guy who owns the bar was wanting. So lots of cool stuff. And there's even more stuff down here, but I don't want to keep talking too much. But there's like, it has so much stuff.
It's okay, Kyle will talk. Open your box.
I'll just live unbox mine as well. Why not?
I'm gonna open this
Why don't one of you throw a question up from early in the list and we can answer?
Oh my
questions?
God. Shout out to this person, Star Slinger, SRJ Smoking Spot on Elliott and Salem. Who are you? That is a big part of my 20s, and I gotta shout that out. Hell yeah. The Smoker's Corner across the street from the cafeteria. That was like my jam. That's a very bizarre, very specific thing.
All righty then.
Continue.
Is that
Sorry.
what San Rafael Junior College? What is that?
Santa Rosa Junior College. Yeah.
Santa Rosa. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. That's so.
Got
what a weird comment, man.
All right, here we go.
Infinite. So I got 2 big rolls and 2 little rolls, and to give you an indication of how much tape I've gone through since Anthony started carrying this stuff. This is my second order of tape, and I've gone through 3 rolls. I'm on my last roll, and I just restocked. So, and yeah, I also got some throw-ins to try out. So thank you, Anthony.
Fancy
Very nice
schmancy.
of you.
You're welcome.
I like this. I like the stainless steel stuff you're picking to stock because it just warps so easy when you try to do anything that you can only do on steel. You know, like if you're trying to do a Z mark or like a hot anneal, and you're trying to do that on stainless that's too thin, it just, I mean, literally like it just looks so bad. So this all looks really hefty.
Yeah, that was
Which
one of
was
the
really
things that I wanted to make sure of. I think most of it is either 0.8, and I believe the credit card ones are 1 millimeter plus thick. So they really do hold up well when you're doing an engraving. And another, I mean, where you buy it from, it doesn't really matter. But I have a bunch of those things in stock in my shop. And like when people come in and they get things from me or I do work for them, I'll throw one of those in for free. And just be like, hey, I appreciate you coming to me. Here's this, you know, have a beer, you know, you'll never be caught not being able to open up a cold one wherever you're at. And I had some people come in and they were doing a barrel head for their wedding that I engraved for them. And just off the cuff, I like sent them a picture of the logo that I was doing on the barrel head on one of those black bottle openers. And they ordered 60 of them. So I made twice as much off of the bottle openers as I did on the barrel head.
Yep.
So I tripled up basically my profits just by giving away one free. To me, they were only a couple bucks, you know? So spend a couple bucks, give away a couple bucks of free stuff and make a couple $100.
Yep.
So
beamituplasertape.com, right?
yes, sir.
Yep. And that'll take you, by the way, don't be freaked out when it jumps you to his main site. He has a feeder one. So it's just like when you're thinking laser tape, it just gets you there fast.
Yeah. It takes you directly to it.
It forwards you to the right place.
All right.
Yeah, it should be in the description by now, I think, too. So
Adding it if it's not.
I'm going to start jumping to some
Here we
questions.
go.
You boys ready?
as ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay. My gantry is currently down, Philip says. I have a major alignment problem. I need some assistance, guidance. I may have it solved, but I'm interested in possible upgrades while I have it disassembled. Philip asked the question, and we can try to help you out.
Philip has a follow-up starred in the
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Sweet. Let's find them. Where is it? Here it is. Using the American Photonics tool from M number 3 to M number 2, I can get the dot on top of each other. By the way, that's mirror 3 and mirror 2 in the near and far position, but when traversing the rail, the beam moves left and right in between close and far.
Yeah. So I think
Mirror 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I can get it on top of each other.
So between the mirror on the left and the one on the gantry over the lens.
Yeah, but then from far away, it's from near and far, it's in different places, is what he's saying, right?
he's saying that they're on top of each other where they need to be, but during travel, the beam is moving, which is bad. That's not a good thing.
Usually when I see
would-
that, it means the gantry isn't square to the tube.
The gantry isn't parallel to the tube,
Yes, your x-axis.
or something's loose, which
Mhm.
would be an easy fix. You know,
Yeah.
I
so
was
if
gonna
you're
say
going
start
to
with the
if you're
screw.
going to tear the whole thing apart, I mean, the first thing I would do is just unscrew and reseat everything. It's an easy thing to do. You just grab an Allen wrench, take off all your mirrors, and then put them back on. Make sure they're all nice and tight and equally tight, and then redo your alignment again. And if it's still happening, then you need to start looking at like issues with parallelism, because your tube has to be, I guess, like this. Your tube has to be parallel to your gantry. So if your tube is like this and your gantry is not like this, you know, and it's like that, that is going to cause issues during movement, specifically even if static alignment is good. And that's a terrible, terrible thing to fix. It's doable. You just have to basically, because your gantry, there's so many variables here. The gantry could not be square with itself, right? So you could have like a what would that be? Like a parallelogram instead of a rectangle, which would be horrible. I don't even know how you would fix that.
By the way, that's worst
I
case
haven't had to
scenario
do
he's
it.
talking about.
That's the worst case scenario. The second worst case scenario is that the tube is not parallel with the rectangle of the gantry, in which case your tube mounts would have to be, you'd have to pull the tube, then reseat the tube mounts and put the tube back in and make sure that the tube mounts are, again, parallel with the gantry before locking them in, which is just, I mean, again, very, very easy to explain, very difficult to do. And then the best case scenario is that something is just literally moving because of the force of the motors as you're traveling. But
Yeah. But my
I
guess would
do
be
those
the
things
first thing, which is that, like you said, something is loose, and as it's traversing that axis, it's just doing this, and you'll see it almost looks like a timing or delay issue a little bit, but vertical instead of horizontal. And so if that's kind of what you're getting, that's what I've seen, at least when helping people on the Laser Master Academy.
Kyle's
I've made
doing
a
some
diagram
over here, which I appreciate.
I made a diagram. Okay, so this is your laser tube back here, right? So doesn't matter wattage, size, it's irrelevant. This is all just theoretical knowledge that's helpful to know, right? So if you have your beam is going in the direction to the left, right? So no.
Kyle's having trouble handling his beam.
Nope.
If you could just grab a hold of your tube better. Come on, man.
I'm making a triangle. Don't mind me. So if we have our beam shooting out to our mirror, right? Here we go. The beam is going to come down, hit this mirror, hit this mirror, hit this mirror, and then shoot downward through the lens into your material. What sounds like is happening is your tube may be off like this, which is why this alignment is okay and this alignment's okay, as this whole gantry is moving like this. But when you get to this mirror, the additional compound angle that's occurring as you go left to right on this is going to be a lot harder to compensate for. So when you have the tube square to this axis, you just have to make a bunch of right-hand corners, basically 90-degree angles. It makes for a lot less compensation. So if the tube is higher or lower than the gantry, it's less of a problem. But when you're compensating for higher or lower, and you're compensating for having an angle like this, it gets to be a lot of compensation to deal with, and it's way harder to keep consistent when this mirror is moving back and forth for a variable, and this one is going back and forth for another variable. So it really needs to be, this needs to be parallel to this. So I hope that helps.
Okay. that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
By the way, I just opened the mystery box, and it's a giant LED, wooden LED. Like, this is from Anthony. What was in the mystery box? Giant wooden LED, like acrylic sign holder.
Oh,
Sorry.
Rest in peace, Jimmy. Rip Jimmy.
Yeah.
Everyone pour one out for Jimbo.
All right, let's see. We got
one thing I can suggest on that too, since it's fresh in my mind and we're still on the topic. Whether you're doing a reverse alignment or a typical alignment where you're pulsing the laser through, no matter what, you're going to be validating your alignment by doing pulses going to the forward mirror. What I would suggest, if things are looking off skew, get yourself a like a laser alignment tool. And I don't mean a red dot that you're going to stick in the mount. I mean like an actual like laser level that can point down. And you can use that to measure, like square it up to a point on the wall and stick it on your gantry and have the laser go straight down the beam of the x-axis and have it point straight down the axis of the tube, and try and get those as close to squared up as possible. That will make your life a little easier if things are really skewed and screwed up. And if you need to, you can always pick up like a $30 or $40 set of adjustable tube mounts. They usually have like a little Allen head screw on the bottom that allows you to push one side of the lens forward and back.
Yeah, and so he's been talking to us the whole time. He said he's using the American Photonics alignment tool, so the processor's reverse. He's starting at 3, but going to 2, but looking at the x-axis. And so he's got one at square, is what he was saying.
Okay.
So, yeah, definitely something to keep looking at, man. Let's keep moving. We'll come back to it if you want to add more. LN2 Branding said, what's going on with the sublimation printing? So the second video is filmed. Alex is on vacation. When he comes back, I don't know if I'm the next video or if Kyle's the next video, but basically what we're doing is kind of a swing between the three of us because we've all got stuff filmed. And when it gets edited, it will come out. But Kyle and I were talking about, since it's July, doing some like Christmas ornaments type stuff, or working on some stuff live, doing some lives. Anthony might join, Alex might be there, whoever. Because
I have a boatload of like round glass ornaments I could tinker around with.
Yeah.
And stuff. I could do diode and UV, maybe even CO2 possibly.
That's what I'm saying. And then, like I said, I really want to do some live sublimation to show you guys. I don't want to say it's like easy. Like, you do have to have some thought process to it. And there is some stuff with images and that kind of thing that I talk about in the video. But it's really just being able to add color. Like, I don't know how to explain it besides when you put things on a table, stuff that's black and white, stuff that's gray and white, brown and white, whatever. It's there, but when there's color there, it pops and it draws them in. So even if it's just these cheaper ornaments to get them there, where you're charging $5 to $7 for an ornament, get them in there, and I think you'd be surprised. So more is coming. All right, here we go. Laser of Love. I need to upload the UV library into Lightburn. I only have one lens. I have a question. Need to upload. You mean download UV library? Is that the question, Laura? Am I slow? I'm tired. I might be
So yeah. So wherever you're getting your material library from, whether it's from the site, the community library, shared settings, doesn't matter. If it's a ready to go library, you can just import it from the bottom right. So where it says load, when you go to material library in Lightburn on the bottom right, that's where you can load it in. If it's coming off the site, that's
Whether or not you got your library from lasereverything.net, if you go to lasereverything.net/free laser settings and scroll down, there's a section called instructions for use. And the second video in the bulleted list is install your Lightburn or install your library in Lightburn, and then in parentheses it says Galvo. If you click that, that should be a relevant step-by-step guide to getting that installed.
Yeah, and I can show you real fast because like Kyle and I literally had this problem the other day. Mine wouldn't load. So like really fast, you go like here's your laser that you pick. Go to library, click load. It should come up with this window. It's your file finder, you know. Mine.
Oops, sorry, I fucking overwrote you, dude. My bad. There you go.
Oh, you're good. So mine is right here. It says laser devices for the new computer because I just got this new computer. And so for me, it says laser devices for the new computer, the Galvo cut libraries, and then I've got all my different ones here. So that's where I would double click the one that's appropriate for it. So if just make sure you know where you download it to, I guess would be my best tip. Like literally make it something really obvious. Like mine is, because I'm a dummy, this is on my desktop. I called it laser devices for new, like, hey, dumb, you know, like, because my brain. And then a Galvo cut library, boom. And it's all right there. So then when you load that one in, it will populate it like the other ones should be populated. Yeah, there you go.
I think Alex is about to show it, but one thing to note is that we don't have a starter settings pack yet for UV. So what you're actually getting off of our site is the community shared settings.
Which would
for
be,
UV.
yeah, so if you go to database and we come down here, Vinny built this. Thanks, Vinny. As we've been shouting him out. We go to laser settings database here, and we go to UV Galvo settings. There's not much in here. So if you own a UV laser, contribute to this, please. But there are a few things in here. It looks like it's mostly 5-watt. UV laser settings are fairly difficult to catalog, just because there are, I think, more variables than we're used to seeing with other lasers. But we are making a concerted effort to add to this. I know I have some from like the Johnson Plastics Plus testing video that I've been doing. So I really want to get those settings in there. I'm slacking on that.
He right before he left for vacation, he was saying we need to do that, and then he had to pack, or well, Miranda had to pack, and he had to do all the schlepping. So
yeah. So if you saw the leatherette video I did, there's a slate one coming, a tumbler one coming, and a wood one coming actually.
Yeah.
And
really
so
cool.
all of those will be going in here. But really, it's a community library. The fiber laser one is like 43 in it now, and there's like 73 or 80 total at this point that I just haven't finished porting over. So, I think at some point we'll probably end up making 2 UV library packs that are just ready to go. There's going to be one for inverted pulse sources and one for non-inverted pulse sources, and you're going to have to know which is which. And it's a lot more convoluted than normal stuff, but it is a goal that I have for laser.
Because when we started working with the Ingu versus the JPT, Alex was like, "What? You guys' settings are trash." Look, we're like, "No, they're not." It's like a whole thing.
They work great. And then we tried them out, and they're like, "No, they don't." And then we figured it out.
Someone pushed on Yuri's comment.
That's Yuri's 100-pound cheese from the Discord, if you guys didn't know.
Knows his stuff.
Oh, is that true?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks, Yuri. Appreciate that, man.
Hey, speaking of thank yous, thank you, Laura. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Laura.
There's Laura's weekly super sticker contribution. Thank you.
It is a pair with a thank you battle on it.
And by the way, she's part of the Maker Army, so always thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Drake to David Drake the second. There you go. Just got an 80-watt looking for all the education possible. I believe I'm in the right place. Hey, I think so.
I think you are.
Yeah, let us know what you need help with.
We got a
go watch
thousands of hours of stuff to watch for you.
Gantry.
Go watch the Lightburn for Galvo crash course, and don't skip the first episode, which is the most important video on our channel, called "Everything You Need to Know About Galvo Lasers." It's really important.
Wait a minute. Did he get an 80-watt Galvo, or is that 80-watt gantry?
I believe he did.
Holy shit, that's huge. Okay. All right, Lori's
It's like
got some fun stuff. Good.
I was just gonna say that's like the Mactron. It's an 80-watt GPT M7.
Oh God, Jesus. Okay. I was thinking of CO2 Galvo for some reason. I was like 80 watt.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, Kyle is like 200-watt lasers.
I told you I'm tired, man. I've been traveling across the country with children. It's okay. All right. Lori said, I had a very depressing job come in this week. The Army brought in a 15 by 33 piece of brass that has been perfectly engraved yearly since 1880. Deep rotary engraved in Helvetica font. Yes, some years were off by a millimeter or two. It's a whole story. But it was as perfect as it could be until 2014 when some moron decided that they should diamond drag it. Oof. Then in 2017, an even bigger moron decided that Times New Roman was a better font and why not make it larger? I think that was the oldest thing I've ever seen engraved every year. Holy shit.
Yeah, I starred those because I've seen similar things where it's just like 70 years of perfection. And like I've gone to painstaking lengths to try to reproduce classic engravings. Like painstaking, like bending over backwards, everything I could possibly do. But there's always like a year or two on there where it's just like some moron got a hold of it and they're just like, you know what? Comic Sans. it's like zero effort. I totally relate to that.
87, you got wingdings? You got wingdings up in there?
Yeah, dude.
Oh God.
That sucks. I hate to see it.
Yeah, I've thrown away so many pieces.
Also, sorry, I'm delayed because I'm in California, which is something I'm not used to.
That's one part
yeah,
of the reason delayed, but yeah.
Times New Roman is nowhere near as good of a font as Helvetica.
No.
Times New Roman.
Mike C had asked about the linear stage, but I think you did a great job explaining that earlier. Let's see. LN2 Branding says, I'm expecting 100-watt MOPA M7 and a 10-watt UV from Haoshin in a month. Lots of learning ahead. Yes.
Big boys.
Oh yeah.
Those some big boy lasers, yeah.
You went straight to the cannons.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy them. Have patience. Especially with the UV.
And don't be afraid to start at the low end of the power scale and then work up.
Yeah, if you were there for the first live stream I did with the 100-watt, I literally accidentally blew a hole through 3 millimeter thick stainless.
That's why it was called the Death Star.
Yes.
Dude, I was so used to the 60-watt M7 SFX, and when the 80-watt Mactron came in and I fired it for the first time, it like scared me. Like it actually scared the shit out of me. It was like, ah! It just wasn't. It like they pop off. So
he wasn't ready.
Yeah, I was.
By the way, here's a good one for you. David said, I've spent more time with you guys on my TV than I have with my wife lately. Oh, I'm so sorry.
We have that effect on men.
If your wife enjoys the content, then it's a win-win.
Yeah.
If your wife enjoys the content, it's a three-way. So I mean,
okay.
So I told you I'm tired.
Yeah, delayed is I think the right word. Okay, so Scott said, I've just received my new X-Tool S1. This is from earlier. He said, I won't be able to set it up for a month or so. How much initial testing and dialing in do you think you need to do with an X-Tool? So you guys have played with X-Tools. I haven't. So what do you think?
Well, the X-Tool S1's a diode, right? That's not the CO2.
Isn't that
P1 and
the
P2?
S1 is the S1 is the enclosed. It's the WeCreate competitor. It's the enclosed diode system.
Yeah. So
just take my first recommendation is a weird one. Use XCS first and get used to it, because all of the interesting novel things that machine can do rely on XCS. You should own a copy of Lightburn as a backup for when you need to do things that are more advanced than XCS allows. But in general, and I can't believe I'm saying this, it has just been more convenient to use XCS with the laser, because I can use more of the laser that way. So I would learn XCS. It's not a bad tool. It's just when you go to do certain things that you're used to doing in Lightburn and you can't, then it's like upsetting and you have to switch. If you've never used Lightroom before, you're not even going to notice. Second, XCS's library thing that they have going on, where like you can just load up a setting for any material. They're fine. They will get you in the right ballpark, but they all need work. I've never just like thrown one in and been like, bingo, perfect. So don't like take someone's like 80-year-old great grandfather's leather wallet and like slap it under there and pick the leather setting and just be like, this is good. It's because it's probably not. It might be okay, but it's not going to be great.
What about a piece of brass from 1888?
Yeah, no, Diamond Drag all the way.
Yeah, nice. Comic Sans.
Yeah. My third thing that I'll mention is that everything that relies on interval line distance in XCS is measured in lines per centimeter, not lines per inch. It is metric. And it's annoying to calculate when you're not working with nice rounded whole numbers. We do have a calculator that Vince just put up on the website. So if you just go to lasereverything.net, it's one of the first links right on the homepage. It says LPI to LPC calculator. You can click it, dump DPI that you think is about right in, and it will spit the conversion out in LPC for you. Outside of that, just play with it as much as possible. Just use it as much as possible. The more you use it, the better you're going to get, and the more you're going to like it. You may not like it at first. It might be frustrating to use, but as you learn its quirks and habits, and this goes for any machine, I think you will like it more. So that's as the person with all of the X tools, that's my X tool advice.
I got my first laser during the lockdowns for COVID. So as soon as we got back to normalcy, I started going to like Goodwill and Salvation Army and just grabbing anything and everything I could see that I thought maybe would be okay to engrave with the laser. And you're looking at usually 80 cents to $2-3 for just testing everything. So for the first 8 months, you know, it was just like, what inside my house can I try to laser engrave on that was safe? And then, just get everything underneath that laser that you can possibly think of that, you know, you have an idea like, hey, maybe this will work for an idea and I can sell this. And just like Alex said, just test, and spend hours and hours and hours trying to get the right settings for each thing and just perfect it. So diodes are fairly straightforward. You don't have to worry about frequency and stuff like that as much. So it's like your power, your speed, and your line interval are the three things you really have to worry about. And just kind of always change one thing at a time so you know what worked or what didn't work. Because if you go in and you change speed and line interval, you don't know if you get satisfactory results if it was both one or the other. So just kind of break it down very scientifically and change one thing at a time, see if it got you the result you're looking for. And if it didn't, then change one other thing or that same thing again.
To add to that, what I just showed you guys, like, so this is something like, to me, it's worth, that big board that I have, it's in one of these boxes, that huge butcher board, right? That was, I think you could probably find something like that, but skinnier, like a skinnier, cheaper version of that. Get something huge, do those material test grids if you can. Like if you do have Lightburn, you can get the 30-day free trial to try it out and see. And they're literally done for you. That alone, just getting those files and having them that you can do that would be huge for it. So buy something large.
There are also
little things.
some really interesting ones that have been made by community members on the project database, which you get to by the same way you get to the settings database. Just click the project one instead. Community members have made a lot of interesting test grids that are just like drop in and load and go. And so they don't work with Lightburn's test grid functionality, but they're nice, easy drop-in files, and you could learn a thing or two by just kind of seeing the way that other people have approached it as well. I wish I thought of the Goodwill thing back when I got my first laser. I went to Walmart. I filled a shopping cart with just bullshit from Walmart.
Yeah, see, literally, Vinny said, go to the bins, Goodwill, Salvation Army, and you can get stuff by the pound. Like, that's what's up.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how much did you spend? 8 pounds.
8 pounds.
Wait, what?
8 pounds. It's like going to pick and pull and getting car parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first got started, I did grab some stuff from Walmart and wherever, but actually checking out IKEA's
IKEA.
well, they have the clearance section for like stuff that has imperfections, or they're not going to carry it in anymore, and the box only had like 3 left and they just wanted it off the shelf or whatever. I ended up getting a couple of glasses that I tried project marking on for, I think it was like 25 cents. I got like 4 of them. Resin says Hobby Lobby clearance section. That's a good spot too.
Yep.
I did get a bunch of stuff from Goodwill when I got the fiber metal tumblers. I picked up a couple of flat. I don't even know what they were. It was basically just scrap metal to me, but repurposing something that has already had its useful life and burning through it when you know you're probably going to ruin it is usually the best way to go in terms of like longevity of material, but saves you money too, which is nice. And
yeah.
And I'll add to that for the last thing too is because we got a bunch more questions. But so to me, I kind of went the other way with what Anthony said, which is instead of going for a bunch of stuff, my thought was I got to pay this damn thing off because my wife is like on me. She's like $3,000. What did you even? Right? And I was just like, it's gonna make us money. It's fine. And she's like, yeah, okay. Because I'd never run one. So I went to IKEA and I actually got they were the Acacia. Is that what you told me is the right way to say it? Because I always said Acacia, but apparently is not Acacia. That's a type of bread or something. Hey, Acacia. Anyways, but this is one of their spoons. So we were just talking about this last night on Anthony's show. So again, like that's the idea of like building your business. These are $2 spoons, and I can sell these for $20. Believe it or not. Yeah, and like that's it. Like I use the CO2 Galvo now, but I had a Boss 1420. There was a 60-watt laser, and it would do the same thing. And so you buy something that's nice and flat, and you put on there something like, it's only as good as when Mammy makes it. You know, it tastes the best when Mammy makes it.
As good as Acacia.
And by the way, yeah, it always tastes delicious when it's Acacia. So anyways, and that's the thing. Like I didn't ask for $20. There was a lady who said, hey, I saw these for $20 somewhere. Can you make them for the same price? And my answer was yes. And so I did. And I mean, like, what are you going to do? And so I put these out there. Like, for me though, what I actually did, so that was just this year at Mother's Day. I made a couple $100 for spending, 10 or $20, I think. But the other thing was for me, what I did was, IKEA had those $5 cutting boards, and I went in and I'd buy 5 at a time. And when I, took it, I made $125. I took 25 and I, bought 5 more. And then every time I'd make $100, and literally I did that. I think I made $1,800 doing that. Just telling people, hey, $25. It's like a perfect gift, like $25 cash, with tax, because you should always charge tax as a business. And, but anyways, doing that kind of stuff is how you build your business. It got my name out there. Then people started asking me for like, hey, can you do other stuff? And that's where I started doing what Anthony talked about, because I had some money. I actually would take like out of that $100, I'd take like 75 maybe and pay off, and keep 25 for like experimentation and learning. And that's where I got all my settings from, for the CO2 gantry, and, or if you're doing diode, for the diode. So, and I think that kind of answers resin questions, which is how long have each of you been working with lasers? Alex, how long you got?
At least a decade.
Yeah.
Hands-on, 3.5 years.
Yeah, I think this is year 5 or 6 for me.
Hands-off, I've been learning about lasers for a decade. I've been considering building one for 10 years, and then I ended up buying one instead. And then the whole, I mean, you can see what I do on the channel with everything. So.
Whoops, you slipped down that slope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Eventually, I'll get back to the goal of building one at some point. But I think I've surpassed my goals with lasers by a long shot at this point. So.
Right,
then-
Montez.
You
Me-
did it during COVID,
Yeah,
right?
it was like April, May of 2020 is when I got my first diode, and it was pretty much nonstop diode for a little less than 2 years until I got my first fiber, and yeah, then just kind of took off from there. Now I have 2 fibers, a UV, a handful of diodes, CO2. It's an addiction, but it's fun.
Yeah, and it's because like for me, it was like I hated not being able to say yes when people be like, "Can you do this?" You know.
Yeah.
For me, mine went out like I bought a used CO2 laser off of Facebook. Basically, I paid that off, and I sold it to pay for my newer laser, which was the 24x36. Then I got the fiber, which is when I came on here, and then that led to a UV, and then the CO2 Galvo. And then that's actually one of the things that maybe one of you guys can. John asked, Acacia is a bear, or sorry, Acacia. Acacia. It's very like Midwestern sounding.
Acacia.
Acacia is a bear to engrave with a diode. Is it easier with a CO2? I would say yes. I don't know about diodes.
I would say Acacia is nicer on CO2, and diode takes the crown with bamboo.
Yeah.
My experience with Acacia, if you drench it in mineral oil and then engrave it, you end up with a lot better burn that stands
Really?
out. Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. That's what my trick has been, is like I just soak it in mineral oil, like if it's a cutting board or whatever, and then I'll engrave it then and then wipe it down afterward. And the oil keeps the wood from like igniting and burning, I guess. And
Oh, see, I defocus on it
That helps
like
too.
about 6 millimeters, and I've never had a problem.
Yeah.
But I also blast it with air. So, Scott said diode to CO2 seems like a big complexity step. Is that right? It's pretty.
If you're going from diode gantry to CO2 gantry, it's bigger, and there are some differences because of the wavelength, and the dot size is going to be a big factor. But
I would say I can't even say more powerful anymore because we see 60-watt diode modules now. But
yeah,
it's more more brute force with the CO2. A CO2 is punchier, it's fatter, it's heavier. It's more like a big laser cannon, whereas the diode's like a little.
Yeah, like using
Explained
it.
to somebody the other day,
I would also
like a
say-
scalpel versus a steak knife.
That's almost exactly what I was going to say. Yeah.
I would also say a CO2 is more classically industrial as well, and also serviceable because of it. Because it does have long-standing roots in factories. So you're going to have an easier time servicing something for a CO2 than a diode.
The mirrors are a thing, Scott, but once you do 2 or 3 alignments, you can do them in 20 minutes.
I did mine when I first got them, and I haven't really touched them since because they've always been fine. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, and I move my lasers constantly because of the show, constantly, and they need to be realigned all the time. And I have a lot bigger problems. It's not a reason I wouldn't get a CO2. It is a scalpel versus a steak knife, but sometimes you need the steak knife. There's definitely a great many things I would rather do with my CO2. And to Kyle's point, you often get much larger bed sizes, which make accepting new projects you weren't able to do with a diode much easier. So there's very, very, very good reasons to have both.
I will say too, that makes it paying them off easier because you can run more things. You can usually run them a little faster. And then on top of that, you can accept jobs that have a larger payoff because it's not everybody can do them. So that goes hand in hand with that. All right. Good questions, man. Does anyone know if there's an equivalent setting in Lightburn that RDWorks calls reverse compensation? I'm not familiar with RD.
I spent
Offset, maybe
5 minutes in there. Let me look it up.
I was gonna say it sounds like offset.
Minutes.
All right, so Kyle will look that
Laura,
up.
why are you lost in the website, Laura? What are you trying to find?
Reverse compensation is scan offset compensation. I did a video on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, scanning offset adjustment.
Can
is
you
the video title?
Click at the end of the show, click on our profile down below this window. And on the right-hand side of the profile, when you scroll to the right, you'll see a little search button along the toolbar on the right. Click on that and type in compensation. And my video will come up with offset compensation. In Lightroom, they just call it scan offset compensation. It's the same thing. But I do a really good video on that.
I think we titled it scanning offset adjustment.
Yeah, it is scanning offset adjustment. When you type in compensation, it did not come up.
I'll just
I got it.
Okay, even better.
That's easier. While you were talking, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna type it. So I'm dropping that in chat right now. Oh, Laura said she figured it out. Cool. I was about to say I have the website pulled up also, so if we needed, I had that ready to go too. Laura, if you need anything, let us know. We got you. Okay, so going back to the start,
especially while we're live.
Yeah. All right. She said, Resin said, wait, your son was stationed there? You don't look old enough to have a kid that old in Hawaii.
Yeah, I married into some teenagers when I was in my 30s. So, yeah, my oldest, he spent 4 years in, well, he was stationed at Hawaii Babies all over the place. But, yeah.
Funny story, Anthony's actually Benjamin Button. He's actually 98 years old. He's
82 years.
I think we are...
yeah, we're getting to the end. There's only about 5 questions left.
Ahead,
yep, so we're gonna speed run it, right? So wait, 15% discount. If you are going to the website JP Plus, you can go down to when you check out. It doesn't apply to every single thing on the website, so be mindful of that. But when you get to the part where it says use a code, our code is YLR-ZDF, and it'll save you 15% on what you purchase from JP Plus. So there's that.
our sponsor.
Yep. Cuban says possible order of 5x7 photos on black anodized aluminum, and they cost me $7 a piece. It's a bulk order of about 200 to 500. They said it depends on the price. Wondering what I should charge per. That's going to be a lot of time.
$21 at least.
Well, yeah. So that's what I was going to say. So the wholesale price that we always suggest is 300 dime. Like take your blank and you make it 300%, right? But also 5x7 photos on a blank anodized aluminum, like that's a
200 to 500 is a lot.
Well,
you're spending a lot of time.
You need to make. I mean, 21 is a minimum, so keep that in mind.
And again, that's like a lot of time on a laser. Like I'm just sitting there thinking a 5x7 photo.
I haven't done a 5x7 recently, or at all. I don't remember. But I've done an 8x10 recently on the fiber.
Runtime is 18 minutes.
I was gonna say I was between 20 and 25 minutes on that.
So you can do 3 if you can do 3 an hour. If you can do 3 an hour, what do you want to get paid hourly? I don't think it should be less than $150 an hour.
Oh, John has a good point.
That by 3, it's like $50 minimum. Again, minimums here we're talking about.
Yeah, so John had a good point. 300%. Like, so we were saying 7 times 3 is 21. That's the profit you should make. So if you've got your blank, it'd be 28. So 7 plus your 300%. Yeah, but still 18 minutes. That's a lot. Nope, not me. I'd say find somebody who's got 20 of them. That's the kind of thing, by the way. So, okay, if we're talking about building your laser business for real, drop shipping. There's somebody out there who has 10 lasers, like somebody like Kyle, who's sitting in a room with 10 lasers and probably has 2 or 3 different people who can run it. Or like Kyle has that. This is where we wonder, $1,700 for something like a linear rail. Why would I ever want that for my laser? Well, Kyle can take that and load in 5x7. You could probably put like 8 of them on that thing, right? Like nicely and neatly. And he can line that up to literally run 8 at a time, not walk away, but be doing other things. And that's where he's going to like scale his business to do that kind of a thing. So there's your tool right there. And if you have 200 times 28, I mean, my God, what is that? I'm not smart. 10 times
$5,600, right?
Yeah, $5,600. Thanks. So there, that just paid for the device and netted you profit on top of your materials still, and that's only if they did 200. So And then when you do that, that's now something you can say you do. So if we're talking about how to build your laser business, that's a good way to do it. Or sending that out to somebody saying, hey, tell me what you could do this for. And then, figuring out your profit in there somewhere. So that's my suggestion.
We are officially from this point forward lightning rounding it.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Laura said, how was your dinner?
It's fantastic.
Done.
Thank
okay. What is his website? Looking for a masking for gold fill on fiber? One more time, plug yourself here.
Lasertape.com. It's in
the description.
Thank you.
So then Philip said, would upgrading the whole rail block assembly be worth trying?
It's not going to have anything to do with the rail block assembly. Your alignment issue is specifically related to things not being parallel and on the same plane, or the mirrors themselves needing to be reset and then go from there.
There you go.
Philip, I would say if you're on Discord, bring that conversation to CO2 Gantry chat and maybe we can dive deeper into it.
Yeah.
All right.
Super quick lightning round note, because this is the first time that I've heard anybody say it. They need to be parallel and on the same plane. As Kyle mentioned. So they need to also occupy the same vertical plane. They can't be like this. But
yeah,
again,
you can correct one
Anthony,
line, but both is
on the Discord.
No-go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last one. Here we go. Last question of the night. Nancy said, what would be the CO2 laser that all of you would recommend for a first-time user to CO2? I want a 20 by 24 inch work bed minimum.
I have really, though I haven't published anything about it, it's like a mystery to the public. I've really enjoyed my time with the Ranger 3 from Light Object, from Marco over there. It's an amazing little compact machine with easy access to all of the components if something goes wrong. It's got a small footprint. It actually fits on a desktop, and I absolutely recommend it. If you care about supporting the channel, you can ask us for an affiliate link in the Discord server or the Facebook group, and one of us will get you one if you want to check it out. But it's been really good. It's going to get a glowing review from me when I get around to writing.
I think in terms of their Nancy's minimum size requirement, you'd have to go to the next size up.
Oh, then the Mirage then.
Yeah. Which is also big, but not taking up a whole room big.
So
yeah, it's definitely big.
I was gonna say, I would also, Alex has done a video on the Aeon series. If you're talking about the fact, and so this is why I jumped to them as a possibility. The fact that you said a first time user, they've got a lot of service. They've got a lot of really good customer service, which is why Alex took I think that was one of the things you figured out when you did your video, is that basically they've got people that can get in touch with you and they're there to help you. And they're here in Florida. So they're actually, it's not like, so one of the things is you can absolutely save money by buying directly from China. Yes. But if you're a first time CO2 user and like you have YouTube, you have friends that you meet on Facebook, and then you basically, like when something breaks though, you need like a tech who can help you break things down, because you only have us for 1 hour of the week when we do a Q&A. So I know that's kind of a longer answer for lightning round, but find a company who has really quality customer care.
Yeah, from Aeon, you'd be looking at a Mirror 7 to fit that sizing requirement.
Which I think that's what you have, right, Alex? Or you have the
or the if you're
9.
Oh yeah, Mirror 7 or bigger. Mirror 7, Mirror 9, and then if you want a big machine, you got like the the 14, and there's another one or something.
Oh yep, there you go. Laura said Mirror 7. She owns one. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's also.
I can't do the metric math in my head. Wait, what were the size requirements?
20 by 24. So that would be 1600, right?
So if you look at Light Objects machines, you're looking at the Falcon. Just wanted to throw that out there. It's the Falcon.
I'm so tired. Kyle's like, you're special, man.
It would be like 500 by 600.
There you go. Thank you.
Millimeter.
You have CO2 yet, Anthony? You have CO2, right? What do you have?
I have an 80-watt Omtech that I bought from their certified pre-owned site, and
Old school.
I got I was like a $1,700 discount from new on an 80 watt 600 by 900, and when that thing showed up in the crate, it was well packaged and it was so clean that I would swear it was a brand new laser. So a
lot of those times they actually have a showroom.
Mhm.
So a lot of those times the pre-owned ones are actually either showroom models, ones that they were showing off at an expo or something like that, or it was just like a customer ordered one or more of them and it was one of the returns they didn't need or decided they wanted something else, and they go through the machine and fix up whatever
by the way, that's another way you can support the channel too, and we do have an affiliate link. If you're interested, let us know, we can shoot you that. But the last thing I'll say too is glass tube or RF tube. If you want to do just fast engraving, RF tube. If you want to do cutting and stuff, get a CO2 with the glass tube, which is the Aeon Mira line. So, all right, I think that's everything. And Alex, look like he's going to die soon. Plus, I know the babies are there and Miranda's back, so I think we're done.
Yeah, look at this. I don't want to do this, but that's the.
All right,
that's
so
the
for anybody
status
who, is about to make that really big.
Yeah.
All
right. That's it.
All right,
That's
guys. Special shout out to our sponsor. They're people that give us money to talk about them, and then we get to keep doing the show. We picked somebody really special for that role. As far as the podcast is concerned, Johnson Plastics Plus, someone I've been buying from since I started my engraving shop in 2019, and even before that with Michael at Sonoma Laser Engraving. So as long as I've been working with lasers, I've been purchasing from this company, and they really do make just incredibly high quality products. They have a massive array of things that you can buy, including lasers and tools and other crafting equipment, and just like a huge library of blanks. If you're interested in checking out stuff from them, I highly recommend all of it. I've never gotten anything bad from them. You can find the affiliate link to support the channel down in the description, and don't skip the coupon code for 15% off your order.
YLR-ZDF, all capitals, but it may change in the future, so be mindful and click the link below.
Yeah, and so that's it. We love them very much. Also, Anthony, thanks for coming here, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, dude. It's a pleasure. I like sitting down with you guys and shooting the breeze.
And then I guess your kid wants you to go love them or something.
I don't know. Yeah, I hear it. I'm dreading it. Nat and Kyle, thanks as always. Everybody who was here live tonight, I appreciate all your time. Look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Keep an eye out for new episodes. I'm all set up here on vacation for editing, so we should have some new stuff coming out soon. And I think that's all I've got, so I will see you.
See you next one.